Pacific Palisades is an affluent neighborhood and district in the west of the city of Los Angeles, California, located among Brentwood to the east, Malibu and Topanga to the west, Santa Monica to the southeast, the Santa Monica Bay to the southwest, and the Santa Monica Mountains to the north. The area currently has about 27,000 residents. It is primarily a residential area, with a mixture of large private homes, small houses, condominiums, and apartments. Every 4th of July, the community's Chamber of Commerce sponsors day-long events which include 5K and 10K runs, a parade down Sunset Boulevard, and a fireworks display at Palisades High School football field. The district also includes some large parklands and many hiking trails. History: in 1911, film director Thomas Inc. created his Western Film Factory, in Seville, which at its peak employed nearly 600 people. A decade later, the Reverend Charles H. Scott and the Southern California Methodist Episcopal Church bought the land. In 1922, Scott founded Pacific Palisades, envisioning an elaborate religious intellectual commune. Believers snapped up choice lots and lived in tents during construction. By 1925, the Palisades had 100 homes. In one subdivision, streets were named for Methodist missionaries. The tents eventually were replaced by cabins, then by bungalows, and ultimately by multi-million-dollar homes. During their exile from Nazi Germany in the 1930s and 40s, many German and Austrian intellectuals and artists settled in Pacific Palisades, including Thomas Mann, Leon Feuchtwanger, Theodore W. Adorno, Vicky Baum, Oscar Homolka and Emil Ludwig. Villa Aurora on Paseo Miramar, the Spanish colonial home of Feuchtwanger and his wife, Marta, became the focal point of the expatriate community, which was nicknamed Aymar by the Sea. For many decades there was a virtual ban on drinking alcohol in the district, and a Chinese restaurant, House of Lee, held the only liquor license. The Methodist Church created a Chautauqua Conference grounds in Temescal Canyon. The Presbyterian Synod purchased the property in 1943 and used it as a private retreat center until the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy purchased the property in 1994 to become Temescal Gateway Park. Areas or neighborhoods: the village is the Pacific Palisades walkable, vibrant small central business district with its center at Sunset Boulevard and Via de la Paz. The village consists of a weekly farmers market, restaurants, café copyright S, and coffee shops in addition to boutiques, shops, banks, offices, and local events. The Viaduct Mesa and the Huntington Palisades are the neighborhoods that border the village proper to the south of Sunset Boulevard, overlooking the ocean. The Viaduct Mesa is nestled between Temescal Canyon on the west and Potrero Canyon on the east. The Huntington Palisades is nestled between Potrero Canyon on the west and Chautauqua Boulevard on the east. Both of these neighborhoods are easy walking distance to the village and sit upon high bluffs that look out over the Pacific Ocean. Many of the homes in these neighborhoods are accordingly afforded beautiful ocean views and ocean air. This area is also home to the largest park of the Palisades, the 117-acre Palisades Park, which has 4 baseball diamonds, 8 tennis courts, 2 indoor basketball courts, a hockey rink, dog parks, and multiple playgrounds. The Alphabet Streets, also known as the North Village, is the neighborhood that borders the village proper to the north of Sunset Boulevard. Also easy walking distance to the village, this area is characterized by its high density of single-family homes on lively narrow streets. The streets, named after Methodist bishops of the late 19th and early 20th century, are consecutively named beginning with A, B, C, D, etc. hence the name Alphabet Streets. This neighborhood is a popular destination for trick-or-treaters on Halloween. The El Medio Mesa is located south of Sunset Boulevard beginning about a quarter-mile west of the village, across Temescal Canyon, just past Palisades Charter High School. The El Medio Mesa extends for a long distance from Temescal Canyon all the way to where Sunset Boulevard meets the Pacific Coast Highway. As with the Viaduct Bluffs and the Huntington Palisades, the El Medio Bluffs are located on a high ridge overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and much of the neighborhood is afforded beautiful ocean views and ocean air. Marquez Knolls is a large area of homes located north of Sunset Boulevard beginning about a quarter-mile west of the village across Temescal Canyon on the mountain upslope known for spectacular ocean views. The lower upslope was first developed in the early 1950s and mid-1960s by the L. Lachman family. There is a small shopping center on Marquez Street and Sunset Boulevard. Castellamare is located along the Pacific Coast Highway on small bluffs much closer to sea level, just north of where Sunset Boulevard meets the PCH. This is the home of the Getty Villa, and the narrow, winding streets in this neighborhood have Italian names and ocean breezes. Palisades Highlands is a community near the end of Sunset Boulevard, bordering Topanga, about 5 minutes away from the center of Pacific Palisades. The Highlands could almost be considered its own separate community high up the hill overlooking the ocean, up Palisades Drive. Rustic Canyon is the neighborhood east of Chautauqua Boulevard that dips into Santa Monica Canyon and includes the Will Rogers State Historic Park. The neighborhood features post-war homes located on the former polo field of the Uplifters, the original site of the Uplifters Clubhouse, and cabins developed as second homes and weekend retreats. This area is also known as Uplifters Ranch. The Riviera is a Palisades neighborhood located approximately 2 miles east of the Palisades Village and features the Riviera Country Club, a high-end country club, and streets named after various locations in the French and Italian Riviera. The neighborhood is divided into north and south sections by Sunset Boulevard. It borders Santa Monica and Brentwood. The Riviera Country Club hosts the Northern Trust Open in the PGA Tour in February. Riviera has hosted 3 major championships, the U.S. Open in 1948 and the PGA Championship in 1983 and 1995. Ben Hogan won 3 times in less than 18 months at the course, and it became known as Hogan's Alley. Demographics: in 2009, the Los Angeles Times US Mapping LA project supplied these Pacific Palisades statistics. Population 25,507 residents in the 22.84 square mile neighborhood Euro, or 1,048 people per square mile, among the lowest population densities for the city and the county. Median household income, $168,008. Ethnic composition. These were the 10 cities or neighborhoods in Los Angeles County with the largest percentage of white residents, according to the 2000 United States Census. Median family income. Government and infrastructure. The most important civic group within the Palisades is the Pacific Palisades Community Council. The Pacific Palisades Council usually meets twice each month to discuss a wide range of issues that affect its residents. The council has rejected city offers to become an official part of the city, preferring its independent, non-aligned status. Among the main reasons that council members cite is that the council would not have the power to appeal decisions of city officials, commissions, and boards, and the council could not appear before federal, state, and county authorities regarding local issues. Local government. The community is within District 11 of the Los Angeles City Council, represented by Mike Bonin. Los Angeles Fire Department operates 2 fire stations serving Pacific Palisades. Station 69 at 15045 West Sunset Boulevard serves Pacific Palisades and the Pacific Coast. Station 23 at 17281 West Sunset Boulevard serves the Palisades Highlands, Castellamare, and the Pacific Coast. Los Angeles Police Department operates the West Los Angeles Community Police Station at 1663 Butler Avenue, 90,025, serving the neighborhood. County, state, and federal representation. Pacific Palisades is within Los Angeles County's 3rd District. As of 2014, Sheila Keel represents the district. The Los Angeles County Department of Health Services SPA 5 West Area Health Office serves Pacific Palisades. The department operates the Sims Mann Health and Wellness Center in Santa Monica, serving Pacific Palisades. Pacific Palisades is within District 41 of the California State Assembly. As of 2008, Julia Brownlee represents the district. Pacific Palisades is within District 23 of the California Senate. As of 2008, Sheila Keel represents the district. The community is a part of the State Board of Equalization District 4, represented by Judy Chu as of 2008. The community is within California's 30th Congressional District. As of 2008, Henry Waxman represents the district. The United States Postal Service operates the Pacific Palisades Post Office at 15,243 La Cruz Drive. Palisades Highlands. The Pacific Palisades Highlands is a housing development in Los Angeles, California's Pacific Palisades northern region, located in the upper Santa Ynez Canyon. The Highlands has its own shopping center and access to several Topanga State Park trailheads. Controversy. The development was originally protested by area residents and environmentalists because it cut through the heart of Topanga Park. Areas. Country estates, a guard-gated community of 80 estates ranging from $3 a euro 25 million located on the farthest west part of the Palisades. The houses range from about 4,000 square feet to 15,000 square feet and are situated on large lots ranging from half an acre to over 4 acres. All of the homes have mountain views along with privacy. Palisades Hills, Piedra Morada make up the Palisades Hills. Prices range from $2 a euro 10 million, with views of the Pacific. This is the oldest part of the Highlands and the highest part at around 1,600 feet above sea level. The Summit, the newest construction in the Highlands that has been completed since the early 2000s, homes range from $2 a euro 12 million, which include views of the Pacific. This area includes the Summit Club, which is a recreation center with numerous tennis courts, a pool and multiple children's play structures. Lower Highlands. The Low Highlands includes homes and condominiums as well as a shopping center. History. The mouth of Santa Ynez Canyon at the Pacific Ocean was once home of Inciville, an early 1900s film studio. Filming ceased at the property around 1922, and the buildings burned to the ground in 1924. In 1921, the land that is now known as Pacific Palisades was purchased by Methodists. Over time, roads that were named after Methodist missionaries were developed, and land was settled. The Highlands development began in the early 1970s. Housing development in the Highlands is now reaching its final stage as residences are being built at the highest point at the northeast border between Pacific Palisades and Topanga State Park. The Highlands are the most recent large-scale development in Pacific Palisades. Fire service. Los Angeles Fire Department Station 23 and Station 69 serve the area. Law enforcement and security. The Pacific Palisades is served by the Los Angeles Police Department. However, as a result of the area's geographic isolation, the community heavily relies on private security patrols. Education. Residents are zoned to Los Angeles Unified School District schools. The area is within Board District 4. As of 2008, Marlene Cantor represents the district. Some residents are assigned to Pacific Palisades Elementary School, some residents are assigned to Canyon Elementary School, and some are assigned to Marquez Elementary School. All residents are zoned to Revere Charter Middle School and Palisades Charter High School. Canyon Elementary School opened in 1910. Pacific Palisades Elementary opened in 1922. Marquez Elementary School opened in 1955. Paul Revere Middle School first opened as Palisades Brentwood Junior High School on September 12, 1955. It chose its current name during its first year of operation. It became an internal charter in 1994. Palisades High School opened in 1961. Palisades received a charter in 1994. Private schools in the area include Calvary Christian, Village School, Corpus Christi Street Matthew unregistered trademark S Parish School, Seven Arrows, West Waldorf, Liquor Copyright Efrain Section A's de Los Angeles Pacific Palisades Campus. Public libraries. Los Angeles Public Library operates the Palisades branch at 861 Alma Real Drive. Media. 2 newspapers directly serve the Palisades the Palisades News and the Palasadian Post. The latter newspaper was founded in 1928. Unlike most weeklies on the west of Los Angeles, the Post is subscription-based. The paper is owned by Alan Smolensky, a born and raised Palisadian who purchased the newspaper from the Small Newspaper Group, a Midwestern media chain. Francis Sharp is the paper's editor-in-chief. The Palisades News started in 2014 and is owned by Palisadian Scott Wagensilla. The bi-weekly newspaper is staffed mostly by former members of the Palisadian Post, including editor Sue Pascoe. The paper has a much larger distribution than the Palisadian Post, because it is not subscription-based, but mailed directly to 14,000 homes every 2 weeks. The Los Angeles Times is the citywide newspaper. The Palisades News is a local community newspaper. The Palisadian Post is a local community newspaper. Pali Production is a local low-budget class at Palisades Charter High School that streams sports events and school graduations. It unifies the community and keeps Palisadians up to date. There is also a show they run called The Current that is facilitated by the students. It tells the parents and kids of Pali High in the Palisades community what is happening and what has happened in the school and area. Parks and Recreation. The Los Angeles Department of Recreation and Parks operates several recreational facilities in Pacific Palisades. Palisades Park, at 851 Alma Real Drive, has 117 acres of land. The Palisades Recreation Center, also at that address, has barbecue pits, 4 baseball diamonds, lighted basketball courts, a children's play area, a football field, an indoor gymnasium, picnic tables, lighted tennis courts, and lighted volleyball courts. The facility also has a kitchen, a stage, a television area, and various scheduled athletic and non-athletic activities. The Pacific Palisades Tennis Court, also at that address, has 8 courts. Rustic Canyon Park is located along Rustic Canyon Road. The Rustic Canyon Pool is located at 601 Latimer Road. The Rustic Canyon Recreation Center, located at the same address, has a multi-purpose with a capacity of 150 people that can be used as an auditorium, a gymnasium, or a volleyball court. The center also has barbecue pits, an unlighted baseball diamond, basketball courts, a children's play area, an indoor gymnasium, picnic tables, and volleyball courts. Temscal Canyon Park is a non-staffed pocket park located at 15,900 Pacific Coast Highway. The park has barbecue pits, a children's play area, picnic tables, hiking trails, a native garden, and toilets. Santa Ynez Canyon Park is located at Palisades Drive and Avenida de Santa Ynez. Rivas Canyon Park is located at the east terminus of Oracle Place. The California Department of Parks and Recreation also has locations in Pacific Palisades. Will Rogers State Beach extends 1 3/4 mile along the shore. The beach features swimming and skin diving. Facilities include volleyball courts, playground and gymnastic equipment, as well as a bike path and walkway. A number of movies and TV shows have been filmed at this beach. The beach is located off the Pacific Coast Highway, near the intersection with Temscal Canyon Road. The beach is operated by the County of Los Angeles Department of Beaches and Harbors. Will Rogers State Historic Park. While Will Rogers made Beverly Hills his home in the late 1920s, in 1922 he bought a large plot of almost 200 acres of land above Sunset Boulevard to build a weekend cottage. He built a polo field on the property in 1926, and in 1928 he and his family made it their home. In 1944, 9 years after Rogers died, the ranch became a state park. In the interest of historical preservation, the home is maintained as it was, including the furniture and fixtures. It is open to the public most days with the exception of major holidays, although admission is required. The top of the property's trail includes vistas of the ocean and city. Temscal Gateway Park, located at 15601 Sunset Boulevard, is one of the most popular parks in the Santa Monica Mountains. The park encompasses 141 acres of oak and sycamore canyons, rich top views, and access to miles of trails in Topanga State Park, Will Rogers State Historic Park, and the 20,000-acre Oe Big Wild Topanga State Park located in the cliffs and canyons of the Santa Monica Mountains and headquartered in nearby Topanga Canyon. Topanga State Park features 36 miles of trails through open grassland, live oaks and spectacular views of the Pacific Ocean. The park is bound on the south by Pacific Palisades and Brentwood, on the west by Topanga Canyon, and on the east by Rustic Canyon. Numerous geologic formations can be found in the park, including earthquake faults, marine fossils, volcanic intrusions, and a wide variety of sedimentary formations. Trailheads into the park are located throughout Pacific Palisades, including Los Lions Drive, Palisades Highlands, Temescal Gateway Park and Will Rogers State Historic Park. Notable places: Eames House, the 1949 home and studio of husband and wife design pioneers Charles and Ray Eames. The Getty Villa, an educational center and museum dedicated to the study of the arts and cultures of ancient Greece, Rome, and Etruria. Villa Aurora, an artist's residence and historic landmark located in the former home of exiled German Jewish writer Leon Feuchtwanger and his wife Marta. Self-Realization Fellowship Lake Shrine, a 10-acre spiritual center on Sunset Boulevard founded in 1950 by Paramahansa Yogananda, whose classic book Oe Autobiography of a Yogi introduced many Westerners to yoga and Eastern mysticism. Filming location: the 1985 Jack Nicholson, Kathleen Turner Film Prize Arizona was partly filmed at a private house located at 15,025 Corona del Mar, which was repainted for the occasion and then turned back to its original colors after the shooting. That house was demolished later and now only exists in film history. It belonged to Joyce R. Proctor. The 2005 Anne Hathaway, Bijou Phillips film Havoc was set in the Palisades and filmed at Palisades Charter High School. The 2003 Disney film Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan was filmed at Palisades Charter High School. The 2001 film Crazy Beautiful starring Kirsten Dunst was filmed at Palisades Charter High School. The house used for the exterior shots of the Pearson residence in the 1979 film Phantasm is located at 1232 Corsica Drive in Pacific Palisades. The 1985 music video for Slip It In by the hardcore punk band Black Flag was filmed at Palisades High School. The 1977 NBC television program James at 16, starring Lance Kerwin was filmed at the same school, which was then called Palisades High School, or more commonly as Pali High. The 1976 film Carrie was also filmed at Palisades High School. The 1957 film No Down Payment has several sequences around Pacific Palisades posing as a Los Angeles suburb. Food Network's Everyday Italian is filmed on El Medio. The TV series Baywatch was filmed at Lifeguard Headquarters by Tower 15 of Will Rogers State Beach in Pacific Palisades. The TV series Rockford Files was often filmed in and around the Palisades in the 1970s. The TV series Popular filmed at Palisades High School. The TV series Modern Family is filmed at Palisades High School. The first season residence of the television series The Golden Girls was a home in Pacific Palisades. For subsequent seasons, a facade house was built on the Disney MGM backlot. The HBO series Curb Your Enthusiasm is filmed in the real-life residence of Larry David, as the home of his character, Larry David. Cultural references: the Beach Boys' 1963 hit Surfin' USA mentions Pacific Palisades in its list of Southern California surf spots. The 1976 book, What Really Happened to the Class of '65, is about members of one of Palisades High School's early graduating classes and how their once privileged lives turned out years later, often disastrously. The book, by author David Wolochinsky, the son of novelist Irving Wallace, and his Pali classmate, film critic Michael Medved, described Pacific Palisades as a microcosm of America during the tumultuous Summer of Love era. The West Coast Avengers, a California-based branch of the Marvel Comics superhero team, were depicted as based out of an estate in Pacific Palisades. Pacific Palisades, a 1997 TV series produced by Aaron Spelling, was named after the area. The characters on the popular teen show Saved by the Bell mention on several occasions that their school is located in Pacific Palisades. Popular show 90210 mentions Palisades High as their rivals and has filmed some episodes on the beach and at a local restaurant Café Vida. British alternative rock band Ash included a song entitled Pacific Palisades on their 2001 album Free All Angels. Rapper Childish Gambino mentions Pacific Palisades in his song For Sweatpants, saying, "Got a glass house in the Palisades." In Modern Family, the Dunphy children attend Palisades Charter High School. Alex Dunphy was crowned school valedictorian in the episode Patriot Games. Notable people, see List of people from Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles. See also, List of districts and neighborhoods in Los Angeles. References. Further reading, Exile German-speaking intellectuals in Los Angeles, Young, Betty Lou, Pacific Palisades, Where the Mountains Meet the Sea, Pacific Palisades Historical Society Press. External links, Pacific Palisades Chamber of Commerce, Pacific Palisades Community Council, Pacific Palisades Historical Society, Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles at DMOZ.